Toby Baugher's adult life has been spent behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler.
I'm a truck driver.
Toby says he's been to all 48 states in the continental United States, including every major city.
You get to see interesting things, and you get to meet new people, and of course, new scenery. In 64 years, I can look back and see where God has had his hand in my life, even driving a truck. God has blessed me even being a truck driver to support my family and make ends meet.
One way God has blessed his life is through seed faith giving. In fact, his wife says planting seeds has become just a way of life for Toby.
Sometimes I would say, well, you know, we have bills that's got to be paid, and you're planting all these seeds, but you know, I got the finances here. I'm looking at figures. He's looking at God.
Of course, Nancy says it's hard to object when time and again she's seen the harvest come in from those seeds.
Whenever we plant seeds, we're always gotten it. We may not get cash on hand, but I prayed for our finances. Our finances are always met. There's so many different ways. Pray for your health, you know, and it's met. It does not have to always be money.
Not long ago, Toby and Nancy planted a $1,000 seed into the life of a friend.
Prior to this, we had loaned somebody some money, and truthfully speaking, we were not expecting to see it come back.
A few weeks later, Toby and Nancy were watching The Hour of Healing when they heard Richard talking about seed faith giving.
And the Lord spoke to me, I guess it was maybe a week or two before Christmas, and said to me, I want you to begin to tell people to plant a $100 seed unto me. Then he said, tell them to release their faith and to believe me. And I said, well, Lord, I'll say it, but, you know, I don't want anyone to think that I'm just talking about $100. He said, no, you leave that to me. You say it on television, I will speak in people's hearts. And people have been responding from all over.
We were watching Richard, and he was impressing, you know, for God to told him to tell the people, plant a $100 seed into the ministry.
Toby and Nancy had just loaned someone $1,000, so that night, they did not plant their $100 seed into Oral Roberts Ministries.
Maybe a week later, and we were together and we were watching it, and it was still, I thought it was just a one-time only, you know, and I thought, I kept thinking we should have sent $100.
Well, I've been talking for the past several weeks about something special about a $100 gift. The Lord just keeps impressing that on me, and he said, tell the people tonight to take the plunge.
Finally, I looked at him that night and I said, you know what? The last time when I seen this, God was telling me we should plant a $100 seed. And he said, well, we can do that. I said, well, I'm paying half, and you can pay the other half, because I won't receive my blessing, too. I said, we're going to both get in on this one.
Within no time after the check had gotten to Tulsa, and about 2 weeks later, maybe less, the party came up and handed us $1,000 in cash off that $100 seed.
And believe me, it was a miracle. He had said, here's your money. I said, okay, thank you. He said, it's $1,000. I said, what? He said, yeah. You know, and I'm like, okay, thank you.
What did you think when you were counting the money?
I just thank God. I said, and I looked at my husband, I said, this is a miracle from God. And I said, this truly is a gift from God. This is a miracle that's come true. I'm glad we planted that seed.
And Toby and Nancy say they plan to keep sowing seeds into Oral Roberts Ministries.
You give to God, God's going to give back to you, even more so than you gave to him.
God works in his time, not our time. And you might be sweating it if you're praying for finances, you know, and you might be sweating it, but it happens. And I finally just let it go, let it go to the Lord, you know, put it in God's hands, and don't stress about it, because it will be there. It will be there.